Geeg Wiles, and I'm here to talk about him. This is Captain Ahab. He's a 3-foot tall, 40-pound, bright yellow wooden fisherman / aspiring wannabe pirate captain that has gone from common law ornament to motivational traveler. And it all started with my grandfather. My first memory of my grandfather was shared with this statue. That's us at Arches National Park. Shared with this statue. Actually, every memory of my grandfather was shared with this statue, which made for a pretty unique grandparent-to-grandchild relationship. As a kid, I was that kid in school that had the crazy old man in the family, which everyone knew about, which was pretty embarrassing until about my 10th birthday. That's the world's largest ball of twine. My birthday, July 18th, is on my favorite day of the year, but not because it's my date of birth. My grandfather always threw a huge hoot nanny on this day since before I was born. And after I was born, it only got bigger. Growing up, I always thought all these, that's the Grand Tetons. Growing up, I always thought all these strangers, aka my grandfather's naval buddies, came from all over the world to celebrate my birthday with me. But really, it was the anniversary of when they found Captain Ahab. By found, I mean they commandeered him, of course. It was a common naval prank back in the day, too. That's at a beer festival in North Carolina. A naval prank back in the day to get quite inebriated the night before leaving on tour and commandeer a long army. They would take pictures, write letters home, plaster it with cargo stickers. When they were done with their tour, they would return the long ornament with a huge scrapbook of its travels. That's us skydiving. They would return the scrapbook and the long ornament to the rightful owners. The only difference with Captain Ahab was that he was never returned home. Anyways, after this huge hootenanny died out, there was a high-stakes game of cards that was played. My grandfather and his Navy buddies would all throw in, that's Bryce Canyon, it's an amazing family right now. They would all throw in $1,000 and have a suitcase packed by the door. Nobody would win the money at the end of the game, but they would pick the destination for which they were going to travel. And the next morning before I woke up, they would be gone and off on an adventure. I said I was embarrassed about my crazy grandfather, and that's it. Oh, that's on Alcatraz. We were locked up for a little while. I said I was embarrassed about my crazy grandfather and his unique law ornament until the night of my 10th birthday, because that's when I stumbled upon this high-stakes card game, and they let me sit in for the first time. I watched and listened to decades of stories about this statue that's at a Red Bull flute guy. Watched and listened to the stories from this statue in my grandfather's life, which I knew so little about. Plus, they have loved having someone grab the beer out of the fridge. For the next 9 years, I would count down the days to my birthday, and even though all the stories were the same and I'd hear them over again and again every year, I felt the more I heard them, the more I became a part of them. That's at Crater Lake in Oregon. My 19th birthday came, and I had a few core friends that would play the same game with me at the other end of the table. We never played for anything of monetary value. We just played to hear the war stories of Ahab's past. The night, like any other, ended the same way, but what changed was the next morning. That's the Grand Canyon. I came downstairs to find my grandfather and his friends still sitting around the table. I walked over, and before I could ask them why they were still here, they handed me an envelope, told me this quote that I'll remember forever. You and Ahab share a very special day. That's us getting tattoos. You and Ahab share a very special day in our lives, and it is only fitting that you share in the adventures that follow it. Take our winnings, wake up your friends, put Ahab in the car, and just drive. For the last 14 years, I've done just that. That's the Badlands. For the last 14 years, we've done just that. Ahab's Adventures has grown into showing people that if a 3-foot tall, 40-pound, bright yellow wooden fisherman / aspiring wannabe pirate captain can get out and do these things, then you literally have no excuse not to, too. No explanation for that one. It has given us the excuses we need anyways to get out there and do just that. I also know I'm not going to pass on my grandfather's most prized possession anytime soon, but I wanted to turn it into something I could share with many others. That's at Yellowstone at Upper Falls. Looking back, I would not have believed Ahab's Adventures was laying the foundation for something bigger. From the cross-country trips to jumping out of planes, from the national parks to nights out on the town, from tales around the campfire to talks like this one, everyone connected to Ahab as a fan, friend, or business fuels Ahab's adventures to grow. That's us kissing the Blarney Stone last year. They become part of his ongoing, unique story. And honestly, that is my favorite part. We never know when we'll meet the next person that helps Ahab's adventures evolve, but I look forward to every stranger. He's literally flown first class. I've never done that. We never know when we'll meet the next person that helps Ahab's adventures evolve, but I look forward to every stranger that becomes our friend and a fan of Captain Ahab, because it was a story from a once group of strangers that started this journey, so why not let our story be the start of yours? Cheers. Lights for me, that would be great. That's us white flag.